Okay, I am live. I am going to, I hope I'm more prepared now than before. I look tired because I am tired. And yeah, um, there's some stuff about Esme. I can't get my head around the Esme Bianco. Mariah knows how ridiculous even Rachel Wood accusations are, but there's a thread. There's like something that is common in all of them. And this is not something new. I'm not discovering, reinventing the wheel, but there's something very it feels like it was done on purpose in a certain time in a certain way and almost prepared. I know that we're sending emails to each other, trying to get this stuff down at the same during the same week because it was like this, right? Oh, that's just strange to me. I'm going to pause for a second and just see if I can listen to the statement of having my tablet, but I don't want to look at it too much and just be looking at it constantly. Um, oh, I think I can pause this. How can I pause this? Anyhow, okay. There's certain things about. Let's listen to it before. And okay, Esme Bianco testified in Phoenix Act, um, California registration. It's okay what they're doing. I'm not in a position of what they're trying to do. Is it really interesting and it might just be a very convenient law to have the Phoenix Act, which is pretty much what it does is it gives the victims a little bit more time to process what they've been through, women and male, and have the opportunity to file restraining order or anything against their abuse. Because before you only have 3 years, which is nothing. Let's say you're just stuck with this person for 1 year, then you only have one more year to file, and you're still on that situation in your brain that you're not over it yet. So I do think that adding more time to the statute limitations is a really good idea. I do not like the way the Evan Realtor would and Esme went about it because it almost feels like they did it for themselves and not for the cause. Just draw your conclusions. So we're just gonna listen to Esme in a minute, wear her suit and just, anyway.
Before he succeeded in his seduction, my abuser carefully groomed me, manipulating and gaslighting me over a number of years of friendship. He knew that I was easy prey. I had neither power nor control over my life. A previous intimate relationship had stripped me of both, and so I was led from the frying pan into the fire. Initially, he was charming, intelligent, funny. He told me I was his soulmate. By the time I was living with him, he controlled every aspect of my life. He had a dress code I was expected to abide by. He controlled what I ate, decided if my friendships were acceptable, and when I called my family, I did so hiding inside a closet.
Okay. I'm not trying to laugh, but this is funny. She was inside a closet. Um, this woman is super successful. She might not be super famous, but she has a career, really good career in the UK. And she was the main character in Game of Thrones. I love that show, and I love her character. And you cannot say that you needed Marilyn Manson's money to have your apartment and your little closet to call your parents. You're working in Game of Thrones. You don't. You well off, girl. Okay, that's what I really think. I paused it there because it's like a couple of things. Sleep deprivation and the fact that he was trying to change the way they look There is something similar, very, I mean, not similar, exactly the same about Evan Rachel Wood, looking very wholesome, um, typical wholesome girl, Caucasian, blonde hair, blue eyes, always skinny. She's always been naturally skinny. And when she started dating Manson, she started having the hair, the curls, with red lips, being more 1930s, 1940s style. People thought this was trying to imitate the Italian teas. I think no. I think that's a mistake. I think that she was just trying to please him and just do what she thought that he was into, which he is into. And there's nothing wrong with being into vintage and liking a type, having a type. There's nothing wrong with he has a type. So Esme um, is saying that he changed his he manipulated her emotionally and to change her appearance. She's an actress. Changing her appearance from like one, every other month is something it's something that they do. They change a lot. And you notice Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, I don't know, all these big people, they always change it. And that's part of the game. You have to change in order to just keep in front of the magazines. You cannot stay the same. So her changing her style and her becoming more latex, dominatrix, bondage, having the outfits that she wore are beautiful. I mean, I wear that. They're gorgeous. Having a lot of latex and a lot of corsets. And again, I don't think it's to imitate Dita. It's just something that she was into and he happened to be into too. Is that abuse? No. Wearing a corset and latex boots and all that sexy stuff. Is that abuse? No. When a minor is forced to wear that, oh my God, yes. Not when somebody is 32 or 33. So, no, I don't think he changed the way that she looked. I think that she loved that look and he had a type and she was trying to please him and she happened to like that look. Emma Rachel Wood was trying to be rebellious against her parents. This is known. There's plenty of interviews when she admits, I just want to get out of the house. I've been homeschooled and sleeping in my mother's bed since I was a kid, and I just want to get out. I just want to do something different. So the fact that she started changing the way she looked is not that strange. So now, going back to the way they both look. I want to do this in this order to not just be so confusing. I don't know. A lot of channels are covering this, but from my perspective, I'm just gonna see it as a mental health worker that I am, um, therapist, and I'm not a criminologist, but I have a lot of experience from clients. They tell me things exactly like this, and a lot of them are, I can't say if they're truth or they're lies, but a lot of them are very fabricated because there's something that's called mental. So it's a victim mentality, and what happens is they bond with each other, almost like the witches back in the day, that they were bound and be like, "Oh yeah, he did this to me too. Or this witch did this to me too. Oh my God, let's burn them!" And they all come out and say the same thing about certain witch or warlock. I feel I feel like the same thing is happening. And Manson is an easy target. It's probably the easiest these days. It was like 20 or 40 years ago would it be Ozzy Osbourne? Who knows? There's always somebody who was a space goat. I lost my train of thought. No, okay. The way they look has not been changed by Marilyn Manson. Women in their 20s, like Evan, and in their 30s, 32, 33, like Esme, they are traveling all over the world, having careers, making movies. I'm sorry. If you change, it's because you want to change, because you like that look. And your boyfriend happens to like the same look. So why not? Kind of tap it up a notch for him. Anyway, that's what I think about changing the look. I'm going to go back to the sleep deprivation in a moment. I see. Yes, let's just keep.
I was not allowed to key to the house, and I would often be locked in the bedroom. He controlled when and if I slept, and I was often violently shaken awake should I go to sleep without permission. Verbal abuse and name calling was a daily occurrence, but the physical violence was most often disguised in acts of intimacy and was not consented to. In one instance, I was bitten until my body was covered in bruises. On another occasion, cut with a knife during sex. He took photos of my naked, mutilated body and posted them online without my knowledge. I still have these photos, along with photos of my body covered in welts, inflicted with whip.
Okay. If this happened, this is pretty horrible, but I don't think it did. Um, One of the things that Game of Thrones was known for, besides she was a prostitute, she was one of the best characters on the show. You gotta admit, that show was great. She was really good on the show. She was always getting tortured. She was always getting beat up. She was always, I remember that there's an episode they will actually whip her back, and some of her torso and her legs are just completely humiliating her. That character had it really rough. So what I think is, I think that she's grabbing things that she knows what it feels because she was acting on them. She's a good actress and she knows how this feels and she knows how this looks. So I think she's using that, which is kind of pathetic because people like me, I mean, we like that show. It's kind of like, okay, don't you think that we were not going to find out that you pretty much are playing the same character, but now you're wearing a business suit and talking to lawyers? Um, yeah, I think she got it from the show. I even think I am 50-50 on the opinion that the picture that she posted on her Instagram is, I am sure, I'm 50-50 sure that it could be from Game of Thrones or from other movie that she was making or from some type of joke, some type of bondage game went wrong. Probably not with Manson. Some people saw the picture, and I am not an expert in bondage. I really don't do that, but I don't oppose it, and I don't think it's wrong at all. And some people, some experts, kinky experts, that look at the pictures for a second, they said the whip was not a whip mark, was rope. Which, it just sucks if you're tied up that tight in order to just leave a mark of rope in your back. But then again, if this is something part of the game and part of the fetish scene, and there's these clubs that I remember when I lived in Hollywood, I would see these girls coming out of these clubs like bruises and happy because they got their back whipped, and I thought that was insane. I was working there as a makeup artist and I was covering a lot of bruises. These girls were happy. They were saying that they felt free and their partners were happy too. So there is a chance that this is something that they do. And that bag that she showed on her Instagram might be somebody else's bag or maybe her bag from some role play, bondage play that is not done by men. So that's my opinion. I'm gonna just stop here because it's 14 minutes and um, it's late. It's in the night, but I realized that if I make too long of videos, nobody will watch it. So I'm gonna end here and I'm going to do a next one right after, talking about the sleep deprivation, the deprivation of food, having the room as freezing. Everybody actually says that, even his buddies, his friends also say that Manson just likes it cold. And all this stuff is gonna tied up together. I'm not obsessed with Esme, but I think that Evan is so famous, so she already has a bunch of YouTube channels going talking about her. So I wanted to focus on Esme, and then after that on the other ladies. Call her ladies because they are, and I don't want to be disrespectful. So I'll be back in a few minutes after I get a cup of tea. And if you like me and you like what I'm saying, if you have something to say yourself and I'm willing, open to ideas, please subscribe. Or if you don't want to do that, just leave a message and there leave a comment, and I will um, talk to you, and then maybe we could just brainstorm a couple of things, and I need ideas for future videos, and I'm open. I love the YouTube community, and I think there's a lot of smart, wicked, smart people here that I can be part of this and have really good insights. Anyway, so subscribe if you feel like it. If you don't, that's fine. I will see you in about 10 minutes. Bye.